since birth, many of us are taught that there is something wrong with us, that we say things wrong, that we do things wrong, that there is just something wrong with us, that we were born sinful. And that is absolutely not true. We are all born whole. We are all born good. We are all born worthy. And yes, we experience life and we may do some things that may not be the best in our interest and other people's interest. For sure. That happens. This world is a crazy place. But the reason why those things happen in the world, the reason why there is crime, the real reason why there is hatred and there is racism and then there is economic issues and political issues is because too many people in this world are taught to not be themselves. So many people since birth, even before being born, are taught something about them that is not true. And our true essence as human beings is that we are creative, we can create our reality, and our true nature is kindness and love and laughter. That is our true nature as human beings. All these other things with violence and the long list of terrible things that humans do is all taught. And the reason why people give into it and do it is because they are so insecure with themselves. They have so much self-hatred because they are taught something that is not true about themselves. They are taught to not be themselves. And as women, we must have and learn to build and maintain what I like to call an internal oasis or an inner oasis. And this is where inside in our minds and our hearts, we know, no matter what is happening outside, that we know our worth, we know our value, we know our power, and we know how to have peace or neutralness. I always advocate for neutrality and joy. I advocate to experience the spectrum of emotions, though joy and neutrality are the best to stay within more often than anything else. So if you're new here, thanks so much for being here. My name is Jess. My channel is all about metaphysics and pretty much energy and emotional alchemy. And it's specifically directed for women and women X. So anyone who is a femme identifying individual, anyone who feels that they embody the feminine body. Did I say that right? If you feel you're a woman and you're here, this is for you. And of course, if you're a man, you're welcome here too, but I only work with women and femme identifying individuals again for a specific reason. Women are the ones that are supposed to be in power. Women are the true leaders of this earth. Women are the answer. Women create life. Women give life. Men are the co-creators, of course, with us. And they're very important. They are a very important aspect of our physical experience as human beings. But women are the ones that are supposed to be the one who are deciding decisions. Deciding decisions, yeah. Anyways, my channel is all about metaphysics, energy, and emotional alchemy, which means transmuting our energy and our emotions into an physical expression, into an internal experience as well. This channel is about connecting with a higher power. It is about thinking outside of what society tells us of who we are to be and what we're supposed to do. This channel is about thinking for yourself and taking care of yourself and living a holistic lifestyle and living along the principles of metaphysics. And guess what? You don't have to be perfect at it. These are new things to me. I had like a little spiritual awakening about 3 years ago, and it completely changed my life. And I'm still getting a PhD in metaphysics, which I shall be done with next year sometime. And I've learned a lot because of those things. But I've also had a lot of intuitive things from meditation and from connecting with a higher power. And guess what? I still have anxiety. I still get angry. I still am unreasonable. And I'm a very difficult person, honestly, and I think that's a good thing. That's a very great thing to do and to be, is to be difficult, because life is not supposed to be easy. Life is supposed to be lovely and beautiful and fun. And this current time that we're in, as it has been for thousands of years, there is violence, and there is hatred, and there is racism, and there is a long list of terrible things that humans do to each other, and there is no way to escape that. There is no 100% guarantee that we are free 100% of these physical experiences. And I'm not saying that this is, you're going to experience it. And I'm also not saying to live in fear of those things. What I'm saying is to build this internal oasis, raise our vibration so we have less of a chance of experiencing it, that we don't experience it, and that we also help other humans in this world and be free of all of these things that we experience in this world, all these aches and pains and conditions, And since the day we're born, we're told all of these conditional things of who we are, and if we're different, there's something wrong with us and we're not going to be loved. And that's not true. Conditions and expectations and attachments are other things that truly mess with us. And within the lines of metaphysics, it is to have the internal power and belief within ourselves, individually within ourselves, without external validation, to believe and to know our worth and our power. And trust me, external validation helps, and it feels good for sure. And I'm not saying to just ignore that or to not want it or receive it. I love getting external validation. I love when I have support. I love when I have people who are genuinely loving with me, or genuinely, complimenting me. But the thing is like, our external experience gives us feedback to how our energy is on the inside. And there's a way to fix anything and everything that we experience in this world. Okay? The biggest thing, the whole reason why I made this video, is because for a huge portion of my personal life, I believed something was wrong with me, that I was damned, that I was sinful, that there was nothing I could do to escape being bad. And that's absolutely not true. I grew up in a Catholic family, okay? I went to Catholic church, but I didn't get full confirmation until I was a teenager. And going through that process of being in the Catholic church, it was cool. It wasn't terrible, but there's a lot of rules and restrictions. And the true nature of human beings is like, there's not a lot of rules, and that may sound crazy, because there are people in this world that need rules for sure. Definitely. But if you're starting that at such a young age, this is who you are. You are Catholic, you are Hispanic, or you are white, or you're black. You are this class. You're born into this family who has this much money. You are born into this family that loves you only when you act a certain way. And if you start doing things different, you're going to be treated differently. That's what I've personally experienced in my own family. All of those things aren't true. It feels so good to be loved, and it feels so good to love, and that's our true nature. And then when we're not loved and we're not able to love someone else, it hurts. And it's because of all of these conditions, and it's all about people being comfortable. And it's like, oh my gosh, we can be comfortable. When we have an internal oasis, we know how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So it's just really important, especially as women, as a femme-identifying person, to have this embodiment of internal power and worthiness and strength within ourselves, no matter what is happening outside, no matter how someone's treating us. We know what to do. We know how to stick up for ourselves, or we know how to ask for help, or we know how to ask to be defended for, or what is the most natural thing? Someone will just come and defend it without us even having to ask or to do anything. That is a true essence. One of the true essence of being a woman is embodying that energy, and things just come to us and things come to save us. But if we're in need and we're in danger, things will come immediately for us. Things get resolved, things get fixed. And life is to do work. Life is to experience joy. And those two things are important. No matter what your job is, if you're having negative experience, if you're having negative emotions with it, that's okay. Okay, maybe that's a sign that you shouldn't be there. But there's so many things that can make us feel negative. It's important to either have that neutral or joyful experience on the inside. There's this thing called Taoism, where it is about putting all of our focus and effort into things, even if we don't like doing it, because that is the essence of being a human. So we don't have to do anything. We get to do it all. We get to do things. And we also have the right to say no and to not do things and to do something else. And we're in a modern time where that is so much more easier. There's so many jobs. There's so many things that we can do. And it takes a little bit of work. And work is good. Life is good. We are supposed to be joyful through it all. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much for being here. Check out my website, magneticsoulhealing.org. You can email me, magneticsoulhealing33@gmail.com. If you would like to work with me, schedule a Calendly visit with me, a free consultation. You can find it on my website. Share your curiosities below. Please like, subscribe, share this video in general with anyone that you think would resonate with this, or that would resonate with this video. I just feel so honored for being here, and my channel is small. You know, it's growing right now. I have another YouTube channel, but it's about composting and gardening. You can check that out. It's at EcoCulture, and I have a couple thousand followers on there. It's at ECO Culture. So EcoCulture. That's my other YouTube channel. But here, I am focusing on metaphysics and holistic lifestyle and different ways to handle this physical life with the non-physical. So we have a better life experience, better outcomes, more joy, more healing, more inner peace, more laughter, and more fun, and more love and trust, and a whole long list of beautiful things that we get to experience as human beings. But this life is short, it is beautiful, and when we start focusing on what we have in the present moment, things just start getting better. And that helps contribute to our internal oasis, okay? Anyways, thank you again. Till next time, bye.